Melanie, my ads got disapproved. What do I do? Okay, so here is the thing. There's a whole lot of disapproval going on. And disapproval can happen when you immediately submit your ad, or it can happen after your ad's been running a couple days. It could happen after your ad's been running 6 months. Like, this is something I deal with an ongoing basis. My number one tip is make sure you're periodically checking the terms and conditions with Facebook. They always change. If you're managing your own ads and you're not paying someone to do it for you, then it's your responsibility to stay on top of what you can and can't do in your industry. And yes, it is industry specific, especially when it comes to people that are in the finance industry. They're a little bit tighter. People, real estate, mortgage, credit card, refinance, all that stuff. You're gonna have different terms and conditions that are really looked at a lot closer than everybody else, unfortunately, because of things that are going on with Facebook and the government and transparency and all of that stuff. The sucky part is there's people out there, some are marketers, some are actually business owners that don't follow the terms and conditions, and unfortunately everyone gets penalized for that. So what happens if your ad is disapproved? The first thing, do not ignore the warning, okay? If I had someone reach out to me and they said, well, my ad is disapproved, but it's still running. I said, you need to get on it right now, because if you do not react, they're going to shut down your ad account. And what did they do? They deactivated her ad account. You can't use it anymore. And when an ad account is deactivated, you can appeal it, but chances are, if you are in violation of a policy, you're not going to get it back. They're not going to, it's your responsibility to know the terms and conditions. It's not Facebook's, okay? So very first thing, make sure that you are following all terms and conditions. Now, what if you are following all terms and conditions? And this is where you have some leverage to push back. So in the example, I have a client that is in the skincare niche. So we're in the health niche. It's a little bit more policed than other ones because we can't make promises. There's a whole lot of things we cannot do. So I have one ad that keeps getting disapproved. It'll run for 3 or 4 months and then it gets disapproved. Now, when that's happening, it's bots that are going through, and the bots have flagged something in your copy or your image that they think may be a violation of terms and conditions. In that case, what I do is very politely, and how you respond to them makes all the difference, because when you're appealing, you're usually talking to a human. Okay, this isn't a bot, so don't tell it off or get all rude about it. You need to be very polite. So I usually phrase something like, I appreciate you taking a look at this ad. I have verified it. We do not see that it is any violation of any of the terms and conditions. If they have listed specific one like characteristics or traits or calling out the audience, then specifically put that back in there. It doesn't call out, it doesn't point to characteristics or traits. It's not calling out the audience. It's a story about her personal experience, blah, blah, whatever applies, put that. And then I always put, I really appreciate you taking a look at this and assisting us in this instance, or whatever, something like that. I want them to know that I appreciate that they're taking their time to go through it again. Typically at that point, they will either come back and say, sorry, it is in violation. And if they come back at that point and a human's told you sorry, guess what? Sorry. Redo the ad. You're going to have to reword it a different way. But typically in my case, because I know we have not violated terms and conditions, because I stay on top of them, they'll go ahead and push the ad through. I've also had instances where the ad is actually the same one we have running keeps getting flagged by bots, and so then we go through the process. There's another option that says previously approved. I just check that one, and then it speeds the process up. But the whole point of this is you have to understand and know and follow the terms and conditions. There's terms and conditions for contests. There's terms and conditions for everything. So don't be running ads and spending your money and then getting mad that they're getting disapproved when you didn't do the due diligence to follow the rules of the platform, okay? I don't feel sorry for people when this happens, because you're taking it upon yourself to run your own ads. You're taking it upon yourself to know what you can and cannot do, okay? So do your due diligence. I would set probably every month if you can, if not every couple months, to just go through, skim through the terms and conditions that apply to your industry to make sure that you're in compliance, and then you won't have any of these issues and you won't be in a panic because your ads got turned off, or worst case scenario, your whole account got deactivated.